Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm Debbie Danford from craftiercreations.blogspot.com. And this week I am showcasing the beautiful Delicate Pines bundle. And then I'm going to share another bundle with you too that we're kind of coordinating with it. So if you missed the commercial that Tracy and I did on Saturday, and we had some technology things going on, I couldn't get on my Facebook business page via Zoom. I think I might have figured out why, but I haven't had the opportunity to go try it again. So I'm hoping I can fix it. But we did do a video advertising our next East Meets West class, which is on October 18th. So today I thought I would bring in one of the cards that did not make the pick and do a quick sample of a card. This is the Delicate Pine set. It's beautiful. We've got, and I love snowflake sets. They're always one of my go-tos. If we have snowflake sets, I usually buy them. It doesn't matter how many there are. And I think we had a couple different ones this time, but this one is awesome. It only has a few words, so we coordinated it with another set of words just in case. The nice thing is this die set that coordinates with it has 22 dies. That's a lot of dies. So you have a die for every one of these shapes, and then a couple of these dies right here you can line up and we'll die cut out of the center of that piece. A couple of the DSPs will also die cut. These two dies will die cut some stuff out of the DSP, and I'll bring that in and show it to you too. But you've got lots of snowflakes. You can build your own little snowflakes. You can use these as like just bough leaves behind. You've got another leaf right there, which I can't believe I didn't use that. Usually I like the go-to leaves, but I really focused on the snowflakes. I love the snowflakes. Now we partnered it up with the traditional labels set. So you have a lot of Christmas greetings or just standard greetings, because then you also have just a just for you here. And this goes with the traditional labels dies. As you can see, I've used almost all of these. I love this one. This goes with the Season's Greetings one. I've used this several times. And the nice thing is, like some of these, if they don't have a coordinating die, you can still die cut this out of a layering color, cut it in half and layer it, which we did on a couple cards. So that bundle is also available. The traditional labels dies is in the mini catalog, and the Delicate Pines is an online exclusive. So here's one of the cards I had made, just a fun flip fold card here. The nice thing about this card is you can switch it up if you want. You could add a piece of designer series paper and or cardstock or both right down here and just attach it right here. Make sure I'm in the camera here. And you could have a little gift card holder. Isn't that awesome? So this could be a card or a gift card holder. All right, so let's go ahead and make this card. So this one here, I use oh wait, I wanted to show you the papers so that you could see all the papers. So here's all the designer series papers that come in this packet. And like I was saying, those two big dies will die cut these, or the two biggest dies. Let me spit out my words, Debbie. Will die cut some of these shapes in the designer series paper. And then we have this one here, and there's the back side of that one. Very similar, but different. Just color patterns are the same, just different design. And then we have this one here. And this is done with rock salt. I think that's just so pretty. And this pattern here, again, the rock salt, pretty peacock on the back. And again, these shapes can be die cut. And then we have some snowflakes there, and then just a nice, huge layout here going on that you could easily turn into cards. And again, the rock salt in the back. So that's the designer series paper. Now, if you sign up for the class, it is via Zoom / we then post it on Facebook. So it's not an in-person class. It is a to-go class, but Yeah, it's a great class. Tracie and I have been doing, we call it East Meets West Creativity Kit, and we have been doing it now for almost 2 years. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with what we're making today. So what I have here, this time I chose the Pretty Peacock. I chose this pattern here, and we're going to layer it on top of some cherry cobbler. So you score these at 2 and 7.5. And then we're going to go ahead and burnish. And normally, for those of you that watch my videos a lot or have been to classes, normally I work in a flat surface, but with this card, it is easier if you go ahead and fold it so that you don't make any mistakes. Okay, so there's that. Well, that's my old bone folder. Okay, then what we're going to do, so let's go ahead and attach our designer series paper pieces here. So here's everything I've got laid out. I've already die cut our shapes. I've got an extra strip there, and I have our designer series paper and our layers. And as you can see, I die cut that piece out of the center. So measurements, 4 1/4 by 11. I gave you the scoring 2 and 7.5. Did I remember that correctly? Yes, 2 and 7.5. Okay. And I forgot to grab a piece of basic white for the inside. Then you have a 3 1/4 by 4 that will go right here. And you have a 1 3/4 by 4 that will be the one that goes up here. And then you have 2 layering pieces of designer series paper, 1 1/2 by 3 3/4, and then 3 by 3 3/4. And those are all going to go here. This is basically just a scrap piece. It's 1 by 4 that we're going to put across right here. And I'm going to add some ribbon to it. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and attach our designer series paper, and I'm just going to bring in the glue and do it very quickly here. And I don't want to get glue on my glass mat, so I'm going to kind of be careful as I lay this down. Whoops, let's put it on straight, Debbie. Crooked's not good. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, actually, I'm just going to grab my silicone mat. If you don't have a silicone mat, these are the best to have. So then we're going to go ahead and attach this. Oh, here it is. I was trying to find my adhesive, and it was buried under a mess. So I have had Tracie and I both have been doing a lot of creativity here lately. We've had several different classes we're planning for. We have, she's doing a staycation. I'm doing a weekend retreat the first weekend in October. And then we have our East Meets West. And I have a catalog kickoff coming up this Saturday. So I feel like we've had so many different projects we are working on lately. It has just been lots and lots of creativity going on and trying to keep it all straight. That's been the hard part. Okay, so there's those two there. Now, if you really wanted to keep your pattern in line, it's going to go like this. With this particular card, I don't worry about it so much, but some cards, it does make a difference. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some adhesive, because then we're going to add the ribbon, which sometimes I tend to forget the ribbon. And I'm just using the white, like fluffy ribbon. It just says white ribbon. There is a different ribbon that actually coordinates with this suite, but Tracie and I had decided not to use it because it's shaded spruce and it's beautiful ribbon. Don't get me wrong, it is beautiful ribbon. It just didn't coordinate with everything we were making because we concentrated. Actually, both of us did a lot of stuff in, I think, cherry cobbler. So we chose to go with a white ribbon that can easily be deconstructed or colored or any of those things. Okay, so there's our piece of ribbon on there. And then let's go ahead and attach this piece here. Okay, like that. And then this piece goes up here. I'm going to burnish this just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, then this is going to go on top. This is a quick and easy card to make and so simple. And with the right paper, you could whip out a whole bunch of these at once. So there's that going on. I love it. Okay, now let's go ahead and do a little bit of stamping. Now I am going to stamp the same thing again. I'm going to stamp the Warm Winter Wishes, and I'm going to bring in one of the snowflakes. I'm going to bring in my scrap piece. Yes, it's seen some better days. I really like this phrase, the Warm Winter Wishes. I just think it's one of those that could work for anybody. So let's stamp that. And then I'm going to take, actually, I think I might try the other snowflake this time. Let's try this one, which is that one there, but that's not the one I use. Now I'm going to stamp off, and then we're going to go to the stamp off twice, and then stamp. Boop. Just to give us a little bit of texture in the background. And that's all the stamping, except for the inside. Now, I forgot to grab a piece, but if you have your inside piece, 4 by 5 1/4, and I forgot to grab one, I apologize. I would stamp down in the bottom with that too, but I will take care of that later. Yes, I'm recycling a piece of paper that I had printed something on that I didn't end up needing. Can't believe I dropped it. There we go. I love the glass mat, but you do have to be careful sometimes. If you drop something that has tape on it, it does stick really good. But I will clean that up. I'll try not to get anything on it right now. Okay, let's close this so we don't drop our card into the cherry cobbler. And let's... So I'm just huffing the back of it just a little bit. You can take a heat gun. I needed to move it over just a little bit. I didn't quite get it centered. And then what you're going to do, you're just going to attach it right like this. Now you only want to put adhesive right here. If you want to pop it up with dimensionals, you certainly can. I chose not to. I chose just to add a piece of adhesive right there. And then we're going to put that right there in the center like that. And then when it opens, you can't see any tape here. And you would have your beautiful white piece on the inside stamped somewhere. And then let's go ahead and finish off our bow. Gosh, I love how this one is coming together. The colors are just beautiful. So there's that. Okay, and then along with, in this suite and in your packet, you would also get a pack of the faceted snowflakes. And these are gorgeous. Oh my gosh. You get cherry cobbler, pretty peacock, and then silver or clear, or not really sure. I think they call it a silver. It's kind of clear to me, but as you can see, I've been using a lot of the cherry cobbler ones. I really like these. They are just great. So let's add some of these to our card front. And there you go. There's a quick and easy card. And like I said, you could add a piece right here and turn it into a gift card holder if you choose to. I hope you enjoyed today's project. It was quick and easy, and like I said, you could make dozens of these very quick if you wanted to. Just cut a bunch of paper up and then just start doing your assembly. And you know, they don't have to be necessarily holiday or Christmas cards. They could be birthday cards. I mean, these patterns could easily, especially for people that have birthdays during the holiday season, which I have several people I know that have birthdays in December, so it does happen. Anyway, if you do not follow me yet out on Facebook and or YouTube, I would love it if you would follow me. Out on YouTube, I am trying to get to 1,000 followers by the end of this year. So that is my goal. The best way to keep up on any sales, promotions, classes, all those things is to get on my email list, and I will have all those links there for you. So you can click on any of them to sign up for any and all of it if you would like. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a great Tuesday, and I will be back again on Thursday because this week I am showcasing the delicate pine. So I will be back again on Thursday with another project. Haven't quite decided. I have one in mind that also didn't make the pick, but I don't know for sure if I'm going to do that one or if I'm going to come up with a different one. We'll see. Anyway, you guys have a great Tuesday, and I will see you again on Thursday. Bye, guys.